Okay. Umpisa. Okay. Yan. Okay, we have 2 questions here sent in to us by our favorite student named Andrea Gwyneth. First question. It has something to do with, that's a harder one, so maybe I'll just start with the second question. Ano ang masasabi mo sa debate about uniform or no uniform sa DepEd? Jesus Christ. So, simple lang naman ang sagot dito. Pero nga lang, pero sa akin, meron kasing mas malalim na pinaguhugutan yung sagot ko eh. So first of all, ang sagot lang naman dyan is hindi naman sinasabi na wag nang mag-uniform. Ang sabi lang naman is hindi ipipilit yung new uniform sa mga taong hindi makakabili dahil di ba nga nakakabangon sa pandemya. And so I think napakaganda na nung idea na yun. I mean, pinagbigyan na yung mga taong hindi masyadong maangat sa buhay, mga nasa laylayan ng lipunan, parang ganyan. Kasi alam naman natin na ang ating edukasyon ay libre, public schools. So therefore, nagiging pa yan dahil hindi mo po pwedeng ilibre yung uniform. So kailangan mong bumili. Parang nagiging siyang negative impact. Kasi nga, libre nga yung edukasyon itself, pero ang daming mga binabayaran within the school, Kaya maganda ng move yun ng DepEd na hindi mo ipupush yung uniform. Simple lang kung may uniform ka, di mag-uniform ka, parang ganun. Para sa akin, wala naman dapat ipaliwanag na dun, I mean, from the point of view ng rules. Yung rules, hindi naman yan ini-impose. I mean, sa totoo lang, hindi naman talaga nakaano yung uniform, Pero hindi na natin ini-impose kasi nga gawa ng mga taong medyo problema sa pera pa, Notwithstanding, may mga issues, paano na yung mga nagtitinda ng uniform, sabi na Nick. Di ba? Marami talaga. Sa economics ang tawag din ay trade-off. Hindi mo po pwedeng pagbigyan lahat ng tao, ng bagay, ng pangyayari. Talagang meron talagang magiging mapupuntahan ng mas negative. Kumbaga namimili lang talaga yung government doon sa tingin nilang mas mas madami ka matutulungan. Yung mga nagtitinda ng uniform, siguro naman alis na yan sa sitwasyon kasi kaunti lang naman sila. Siguro I would say 1:2, I don't know. Sabihin na natin 1:100,000 sa isang 100,000 na mabibiyayaan ng uniform, siguro isa sabihin mo ng 1:10,000, di ba? Higit na mas nakakadami naman yung may benefits sa hindi mo ipupush ang uniform. So it goes the same with paning issue ng peace, ng security. Talagang issue yon. Kaso nga lang, kung tinan mo yon, ang daming issue ang security. Kasi hindi lang naman uniform ang pinag-uusapan dito Ultimong, ang ibang public school, walang pambayad sa security guard. Natutunan ko yan nung may mga classmates ako sa master's dati sa Lasal na nung una talagang rin ako ganyan din ang tingin ko ba, masyado akong mataas ang tingin ko sa kasi nga sa lahat ng bagay, edukasyon, whatever, para bang nakatingin ka nasa ivory tower ka, hindi mo nakikita yung nangyayari sa paligid mo until naging narinig mo yung mga kwento nila. Nung umpisa parang sabi ko, lagi na lang may problema tong taga-DepEd na to. Nasa na-realize ko nga, as time goes by na hindi naman nila kasalanan yun. In fact, talagang superhero yung mga public school teachers. Lalo na ang mga principals. Karamihan ng principals. Hindi naman siguro lahat. May mga makukulit din. Pero karamihan ng mga principals talagang ultimong... Kasi lead lang ng budget nila Wala silang pang sweldo sa security guard. O, di ba? Sinasara na lang yung school. Tapos, minsan nagbabayad sila ng minsan yung mga ₱5 piso pagtatawid sa mga bata. Para itawid ang mga bata. O, sa lansangan. O, imagine mo yan. O, wala naman sa budget yun. O, saan mo kukunin yun? Sa tinda ng kantin. Ang daming issue ang government, ang DepEd. Ngayon, pag sinabi mong pupunta mo lang, naku, kaya nyo lang sinasabi yun kasi hindi nyo nakikita yung numbers. Ako nga, kapiraso ko lang makita ang numbers gawa ng planning dati ng DepEd na nakita ko yung ilang schools lang naman sa Santo Tomas, Batangas. O, di ba? Kumbaga nanglulumo na ako, sabi ko, kawawa naman pala talaga. Di ba? Hindi mo lang po pwede sabihin, kasi ang lalaki ng sweldo ng teachers, hindi naman malaki masyado. Saka, pag inalis mo yun, kumbaga, maraming masyadong lahat kailangan mong baguhin pag ginawa mo yan. O, di ba? Alam nga namang payayaan mo siya, paano naman yung ibang, kumbaga lahat yan, binabalansi mo Gustuin mo man lahat na sa isang iglap, masolusyonan niya lahat, hindi mo siya magagawa. Di ba? Parang kailangan mo lang unti-untiin. So nagsisimula tayo dun sa point ng ganun, pero as marami pa talagang mas matinding problem ang DepEd sa lahat ng dako, no? At hindi mo kagad-agad masusolusyonan yan kahit sino pa nakaupo dyan, kasi nga it has something to do with the surplus of the government na mas marami siyang pwede pang pinaglalagyan ba. Kasi the fact na nakaka-survive pa yung mga department na yan, ibig sabihin, parang kaya pa nila, no? Kasi nangyayari, nagiging crisis management lang Kung ano yung mas kailangang pagtuunan ng pansin, yun lang ang nagagawa. So, may mga malalampasan ka talaga. So, ako pupunta dun sa kaya ako pupunta dun sa point na ang ina naman, para namang yung bang mga ganyang bagay, kailangan pa natin pagdebatihan? Lagi bang lahat ng bagay nagnamarunong yung mga tao? Kailangan mo pa bang spellingin yung mga ganyan, di ba? Parang kailangan ba kayo magdebate tungkol doon? Ang linaw-linaw naman ang sinabi na hindi naman sinasabi na wag na kayong mag-uniform, di ba? Hindi naman sinasabi na ang uniform hindi na importante. Ano pa ang kailangan mong i-debate ron? Napakalinaw. O, di ba? Paano mo na mapipilit yung tao na walang pambili ng uniform na mag-uniform? Kailangan pa bang pag-usapan yan? Ako para sa akin, napakahungkag para sa akin. Yun yung main ko rito, kaya ako sabi sa anak ko na sasagutin ko siya Kasi bakit hindi ko na sasagutin ng isang linya, di ba? Pero para sa akin, yung meaning nito is, hindi ba napakahungkag ng ating pag-iisip at buhay natin para yung mga meaningless na mga ganito ay pag-usapan pa? Parang, di ba? Wala bang ibang bagay na pwedeng pag-usapan ng mga citizens ng bansa? Like, mga meaningful. Saan kikita ng pera ang bawat tao? Anong business ang maganda? O, pag binigyan ka ba ng ₱1,000,000 makakapagnegosyo ka, anong negosyong gagawin mo? O, karamihan ng tao, pag binigyan mo ng pera, ang unang bibilin, cellphone. Diba? So, yun ang mga dapat pag-usapan. Ano ang business na gagawin mo? Kaya magpagawa ng ganyang, ang pera ang gobyerno In fact, maraming pondo pwedeng gawin. Kaso nga lang, saan may ilalagay? Puro tayo ayuda, puro tayo bigay, puro dole out. Puro tayo ayuda, walang idea. Ang mga tao natin, puro sablay. Oo, puro mga, alam mo yun, yung ang gusto lang nila ay bigay, tapos reklamo, tapos yung mga ganyang walang kwentang bagay pinag-uusapan pa. Parang walang meaning, no? Para sa akin, yun yung dahilan kung ba't ko ito pinost diba? Yun ang sagot ko dyan. Inis. Bye. Okay, for the next, more importantly, I guess, question is about the question of free will and worshiping God. Okay? So sabi ni Gwen, what's up with the whole, I gave you free will, but you must worship me, whatever. So, yan. Part na yan. actually, you're starting to sound like the devil in Devil's Advocate. Or better ganito, you're starting to sound like your dad. I'm just kidding. Anyway, minus all the devilish leanings, it's para sa akin it's a legitimate question naman talaga. It's a legitimate question kasi paano ba? Di ba totoo naman, parang di ka alam mo sasagot ko rito in the end pag napunta ako sa kabilang side, alam na. So anyway, parang in a way masyado talagang concern ng tao sa kanyang freedom, and yet there are people on the other side even questioning the fact that we are truly free, diba? So ano ba talaga? Sabi ng tao, we're not truly free. Totoo naman. Pero on the other side, parang akala ko ba we're free? Bakit, if we don't worship God, then we become damned or something. Ako, ito yung sagot ko. Ito naman lagi yung sagot ko that is from the perspective of the churchmen or people of religion trying to sound like God. If I were God, of course I'm not God. If I'm God, I would have killed all my enemies, drowned them in pool of their own tears. I'm just kidding. So parang if I am like the kindest, wisest being of all, hindi, wag na yun, erase lang natin yan, wag na yan, most intelligent being of all, most powerful of all, why would I worry about people worshiping me or not? Sa ngayon na nga lang of course I'm not powerful or something, but I don't give a fuck about who people like or not. I mean, I don't care if people like me or not, and I think it's a sign of wisdom. Sabi nga ni Socrates, knowing your weakness, knowing that you're not the wisest is the wisest of all. If you become the wisest. Para sa akin, if you don't care about, if people like you or people don't like you, that's a sign of being at peace. Okay, so it's not like bitterness or something. What more si God, binigyan ka nga ng free will so he's okay, even if you don't worship him. Those words are words from church people. If I am sounding like Thomas Aquinas, I think Saint Thomas Aquinas would put it something like, worshiping God is maybe a rule that somehow he gave, not because he wants to be worshipped, but because it's for your own sake. It's for your own good sake. So let me defend that. Ba't ko kailangan defend yun? Hindi naman ako. God doesn't care even if I defend it or not. Mamaya na yung pinaka-bombshell, Gwen. Alam mo na naman yung sasagot ko, but para sa akin, it's for your own sake. The end of humanity, the final end, the reason why humanity exists is to serve the purpose of its maker. I said that already, and I still believe. People need to believe, or else wala kang surety, wala kang certainty. But yung hammer was made to hammer, and therefore if it doesn't hammer anymore, then it's not called a hammer, so it defeats its purpose and it must be thrown away. Fire, if it's not burning things, then it ceases to be a fire, and therefore it's nothing. It doesn't serve its purpose. A ball pen, diba, hindi na sumusulat, tinatapon na natin. But yung humans, what is it that makes human humans peculiar, diba? Ano yung purpose ng humans? Ayan, kaya nga medyo mahirap tagutin yan eh. Babalik tayo sa buong Summa Contra Gentiles, Book 3 ni St. Thomas Aquinas, saying, what is the purpose of man? The purpose of man is, if you will look at the highest faculty in man, that is knowledge, wisdom, intellect, and will, that makes us akin to the higher beings. Even if you don't believe it, diba? Certainly it's not the senses, because it makes us animals. It's not about sex, food, because it doesn't make us happy. You're happy, you're pleasured while it is there, pero after it's done, after you had sex or did something to pleasure yourself, then you long for it again, because it doesn't complete you at all. Okay, so the fact is that it doesn't complete you, and it's not the highest faculty in you, then that's not the proper end of man. What is the proper end of man? It's not about fame and fortune and glory, because it fades away. Mawala yung buhay mo, wala na, diba? So sige, lagay natin ang buhay. So is it to live forever? Ayan, diba? To live forever. Wow. To possess life. To possess life is fullness. But life, what kind of life? Is it the intellective life? Ito na naman tayo, nagtayong philosophy na naman eh. Tatlong klase ng life, diba? Sabi nga ni Plato, generative life, which is the nutritive life. Yung plants have life, pero it just grows. Or the animals have life, it uses its senses, ganyan. The intellectual beings, of course, if you don't believe in angels or the higher spirits, then they know. They go beyond senses, and then they make intellection. They make judgment even beyond the senses. So if that is the highest faculty in man, then therefore it must be, yung kanyang purpose must align to that, yung highest faculty in man. And since the highest faculty in man is intellection, or knowing, then it must know something other than which, other greater than which cannot be thought of. Ito parang natangin na Saint Ambrose, no? I'm not saying that I'm maintaining a pantheist religion, no? That the world equals God, but to know whom, to know whom, to know which, to know all things. In fact, that is the first sentence in the Metaphysics. The soul is in a way all men desire to know. The soul is in a way all things, because it has the potency to know all things. However, because life defeats you, in the end you die, so hindi mo na lalaman lahat ng bagay. But if you believe that beyond this life there is another life, and that this life is eternal, because the soul is in a way immortal, it doesn't break, it doesn't have a body or something like that, and therefore it must live beyond the dissolution of the body. Okay, and it must know something. So now, according to our religion, there it is. Sorry about that, but according to the faith, God being the maker of all things contains all things as the efficient cause, siya yung gumawa, as the final cause, because He did everything for its own end, and diba? Parang kung titinan mo, siya yung end ng lahat eh. Or, if you don't want to go into that metaphysics bullshit, parang ang pwede mo nilang tingnan is from the perspective naman of the maker, whatever the fact that He wants to do with that thing that He did. Bakit mo i-investigate yun from the thing did, kung doon sa nagawang bagay or created? It has to come from the Creator Himself. Okay? Hindi mo makikita yung purpose ng tao sa tao, because humans will eventually die. It's alive, existing for some time, some years, pero in the end, it dies. It doesn't, stay as humans. The body disintegrates. The spirit goes back to where it started. Okay. So therefore, the investigation should come from the perspective of the maker. But the maker is, syempre, cannot be in the thing itself. It has to be outside of the thing created, even as humanity itself. Kumbaga parang hindi naman this human and that human, but the whole humanity in its entirety, the whole genus of humanity, genus and differentia. So the whole system, or the whole world, so to speak, the whole physical world, you cannot account for the purpose of this from the perspective of the thing itself. Kaya nga, di ba, napag-usapan nga natin, tayong dalawa, Andrea, is the cosmic egg called the universe. The cosmic egg, since it is material, and the fact that it became, spread throughout the universe in small second lang, in a matter of nanosecond. It spread like I don't know how many million light years. So ibig sabihin talagang material yun, no? It cannot be immaterial because it cannot be a cause of this material things that we have, the hydrogen, helium, atoms, and all that. So all of these things bumping into one another in the beginning of the universe, material yun. But the fact that it is material, it cannot account again for its own causality, and materials must to be altered or alters itself in order for it to be a cause. But the cosmic egg being in a way all things, parang cannot account for its own existence, diba? The material things naman cannot exist indefinitely to eternity, or does it? I mean, it's a debate, but diba? So even if hindi siya nagkaroon ng beginning, it has to be created. And therefore, there must be a first cause, an efficient cause that cause all these things to exist. And therefore, no matter how you view him or it, there must be posited a creator, God, first cause, uncaused. Okay? And so, yung point na yan, the existence of God, shows you the answer to the question, diba? Bakit, give you free will and all that. Free will is, sabihin mo ng gift, no? Pero it's really incumbent upon intellectual beings. Hindi ibig sabihin ng intellectual yung katulad ng intellectual natin, hindi. Yung the one possessing intellect and will, intellectual beings, the one with intellect and will, natural meron silang free will kasi alangan namang force sila to do one thing, samantalang alam nila kung ano yung tama at mali, di ba? Parang unusual naman yun at parang awkward na intellectual being ka tapos hindi ka free, di ba? Parang hindi tama, no? Although again, may debate na maaaring hindi ka free because of your life, di ba? In the sense, you cannot will yourself to exist for eternity, di ba? Pero the intellectual beings, again, another debate yun. That's another thing. Parang wala silang pang breakdown, so therefore immaterial sila. They have the potentiality to live forever. Pero balik tayo sa humans. Meron kang endowed ka with free will because of your, if we will accept that already, you're endowed with free will because you're an intellectual being. Tama naman yun. Now, how come you're telling me, worship me or else blah blah blah, you end up in hell? Again, yun ako, kahit nung bata pa ako, I think I was 6.5 years old. I'm just kidding. Siguro mga 8. Basta, isa sa mga tanong ko yan sa teacher ko dati. na parang bakit naman hindi pa, parang napakasama naman ng yung God na idea nyo ng God is like a monarch, like a medieval king na pag hindi ka mo siya worship, you will be killed. Hindi na ganun kasi. That's the old paradigm. That's the old kind of God. That's the God of the ancient times. That's the God of the Middle Ages, of the medieval times, of the Dark Ages. And maybe, right? Kasi ang nagsusulat mga tao natural, they write from their perspective, no? Pero ako, I would rather look, kasi ako talaga, ito na yung aking pamatay, alam ni Gwen na ito yung aking I view kasi God to be like a father, a friend, my own father. And I always tell Andre, when dati, nung bata pa ako, hindi ako nakakatulog pag nagbabiyahe. Kahit gaano ako kapagod. Kasi bata pa ako nung time na yun. So, hindi ako nakakatulog pag nagbabiyahe. And then, whenever we visit Santa Rosa, ito yung napakalayo pa namin. Well, hindi nga ngayon. Parang wala nang meaning. Napakalapit na pala. From Manila, papuntang Santa Rosa, imposibleng hindi ako makatulog niyan. Dati nga, Alabang pala nakakatulog na ako. Muntinlupa. Parang layo-layong pakinggan. Muntinlupa. Pero, ngayon, lapit na lang pakinggan. Pero when I bought the house in Santa Rosa, and then syempre bibisitahin namin yan tuwing Sabado, excited na yung tatay kong bisitahin, siya lang naman marunong pa mag-drive so pagdadrive niya ako, marunong ako mag-drive, pero alam mo yan, napakaduwag ko mag-drive pa dati, no? And pag siya yung nagdadrive, nakatulog ako sa gilid niya, no? And one of those insights that I had was like, God is in our heaven, everything is right with the world, di ba? Kasi alam mong siya yung nagdadrive. Parang ganun. Parang at peace ka. And if that's your kind of God, yung sinasayang worship, actually, hindi naman talaga yung worship, yung para kasing worship, ng tipong, hail. Hindi ganun Parang na mahihiya ka talaga maigi. Pag hindi mo siya mahalin. Parang ganun. Parang yung tatay mo. Wala na siya dito. Ano yung patatay ko dito? Ikaw, malayo ka sa akin. Pero I hope nararamdaman mo kung gaano kita kamahal. Hindi ko pinipilit na kumustahin mo ako, tanungin mo kung kumain na ako. Pero ginagawa mo yun. Diba? Ay, siyempre natutuwa ako. And I think, kung ako nga na hindi naman ako mabuting tao, masama akong tao, ganun yung pakiramdam ko, di ba? Yung Diyos pa kaya? I mean, kung given sa atin na is like all the people who are good can only come from a good maker. All the people who are kind can only come from a kind maker. How much more this guy, from wherever the fuck he is. I'm just saying that for poetical license. Pero, di ba? What more, Ay, sinisipon ako, hindi ako naiiyak, Medyo lang. What more siya, di ba? Na bilang tatay natin. Kaya nga, nung nagpaturo yung mga apostles kay Christ, paano magdasal, ang sinabi niya, tatay, hindi yung aba kasi, hindi sinasabi yun sa old Jewish tradition, Yun, ganun din ang tingin nila kasi kay God, parang tipong hindi mo nga masulat yung pangalan, yung tetragrammaton, YHWH, hindi nga nila masulat sa kanilang papel, sa kanilang scriptures. Kasi bawal, pag na ano mo yun, parang ika-curse ka, Sa sobrang takot nila sa Yehovah, di ba? YHWH, kaya nga nagkaroon ng term na Jehovah kasi pinagsama yung Joachim saka yung YHWH. So, di ba? Sobrang takot nila kay God, Tapos nung dumating si Jesus Christ, nung pinagpa-pray siya, sabi niya, here's how you will pray. Okay? Aba. So, bakit ganun? Ang tawag mo sa tatay mo? Tay. Parang ganun. Parang pangsakit, Papa. Kasi hindi siya malayo. Alam mo yan? Parang hindi siya something na outside of you. You are talking to Him as if He is nearer to you than a heartbeat. He's beside you. And if you view God to be like that, then halos, alam mo na yung sagot to sa tanong na yan. Parang, hindi mo siya kailangan, actually, nung bata-bata pa ako, ito yung time na gusto ko pa magpari ng Gwen Parang, ang sabi ko, how can I buy, what can I give you that you don't have already? Parang yung kantangang, what can I give you this Christmas? What can I give you this Christmas? Pang love affair yun, pero it appears na para siyang prayer kay God, no? What can I give you this Christmas na hindi mo pa, nawala ka pa, 'di ba? Bibigay ko sa iyo universe, hindi mo naman po pwedeng ibigay sa iyo naman 'yan. Bibigay ko sa iyo ang actually lahat meron na siya sabi nung sa isang mystic okay, ibigay mo sa akin ang kasalanan mo. Okay, diba? Give me your sins. I will forgive it. I will forgive them. Hindi niya ini-explain yung pero isang mystic naman sabi niya, ang mabibigay ko na lang sa'yo, yung freedom ko because that's the only thing that you don't have. So in a way, yung pagbigay ng freedom, yung not to be free, but sabi nga ni Saint Paul it is not anymore I living, but Christ living in me. Para siyang slavery in a way. So yung ibang mga mahilig sa freedom, parang isip, ayoko niyan. Di I will be a slave again. Akala ko ba may free will tayo? Ba't tayo magiging slave? It's a slavery of love. Okay? Pag mahal mo isang tao, o ikaw, may boyfriend ka na, alam mo, hindi mo, parang, pwede ka naman mag-message sa iba, mag-text sa iba, pwede kang magpakit sa iba, hindi mo ginagawa, ba't mahal mo siya alam mo, ikaw para sa kanya ka lang 'di ba? So, ganun yun. It's a slavery of love. You don't need to put it as if it's against freedom. Actually, you are free, you have the free will, and that is why you worship Him. And parang ang you worship, it's more parang parang hindi siya yung positive way of doing it. So I more or less hindi ko siya ginagamit na worship. Parang it's more of love. I love Him with all my heart, with all my mind, with all my breath, with all my strength. Or I want it to be that way. Maybe hindi ko siya kayang gawin pa because I'm weak, a human person, hindi ako mabait na tao. Pero knowing the Father that He is, kasi ako I'm also a father. Knowing the Father, the kind of Father that He is, who loves everyone as His son or as His daughter, then I'm sure, that's not the meaning of the word, you must worship me. Hindi ganun Parang tipong, dito ka lang sa tabi ko kasi pag nawala ka sa tabi ko, baka mapahama ka. Alam mo yun? Ganun. Parang gusto mo lang na sa gabi uwi kayo parang ganun, di ba? Ang mga tatay, pauwiin ka sa gabi. Bakit may freedom kami Totoo naman, pero there's such a thing as complying with that out of respect, out of piety, out of love. More out of love. Hindi out of yung tipong sumusunod ka dahil, di ba? Parang napipilitan ka lang. Parang hindi ganun. Ayan, lakas ng ulan, Okay, narinig sa recording yung aking ulan. Okay, that's it. I hope you learned something. Bye. Okay, so it's a rainy day and I'm approaching the toll and I'm quite far from my house yet. And that's the reason why I think it's the good way for me to start this episode. A while ago, whenever I say a while ago, it may be like a month ago for you now, but a while ago, just now, no, not just now, but about an hour ago or so, okay. You get the point. One discussion that I have in my graduate school is about Wikipedia. I didn't know that I'm like almost 52 now. I'm 51 years old, and I have a student who's probably in his early 20s, right? So I was presenting the sources of literature, okay? Pwede pa ako mag-Tagalog dito. Anyway, yeah, I'm presenting the sources of literature, and I said, of course, internet, it's something na I have to be careful, whatever, blah blah. But then I came across Wikipedia, no? So of course I was saying something about Wikipedia. Actually ito yung my idea was to say, yeah, Wikipedia is editable, blah blah. So a lot of the older teachers would say, oh, they were squirm at the idea, lalo na of graduate school, quoting something from Wikipedia. And then of course he raised his hand, virtual hand, and then said something, kasi po pwede mo edit. Of course that's muti na. We all know that, right? But then I then mentioned maybe something that shocked them or something. Maybe they're not in agreement to that. Sabi ko, yes, but that was like, you're talking about Wikipedia 2008 or 2009, right? We are now living in a wiki world. Do you know that there's a group of physics major, a doctorate in physics, wherein before I'm talking about gravitational physics, tama ba? So before they publish their paper, they usually put it up in a site of peers. Okay? So sa akin kasi my thinking is that yes, totoo naman, you have to be careful, whatever, kasi not everything that you yeah. But we also must realize that a lot has changed already. So now we're living in a collaborative world, and wiki is that, it's collaboration. It's collaboration. Doctors no longer have to do everything on their own. They have virtual fora, wherein they consult other doctors. Picture nila yung padala sa kanila, doctor, what is saying, I have this derm problem or whatever, skin problems, right? And then first time ko nakita to, for example, and you don't hold it as your own. Yung doctor could be having a dinner or something, and then he would take a picture of that photo, take a picture of that, or forward the photo to that forum or site, and then other doctors would contribute. I have something like that, blah blah, ito yan, ganito ang usual na. And then somebody will say, no, actually meron akong ganyan, pero I thought that it was as you said, but then something, again, as I said, collaboration na yung mundo, and that is wiki generation. So I'm just amazed that I'm a 51-year-old guy, and I believe in the current technology more than the young people of today. I'm just amazed at that. Parang I'm supposed to be the old timer. I'm supposed to be the guy who's like, my parents would, squirm at the idea, and sabihin niyo, saan yung paniniwala ng internet, whatever. So maybe they will say that. But then I said, mga doctors ka, that's what they do. In fact, this is early, ito sasabihin ko, early 2008 pa to, 2009. Meron daw picture na nakita through telescope, whatever, alam niyo naman yan, no? May mga astronomers ba tawag? Yeah, hindi astronomers, iba hindi naman astrologers, tama, astronomers yun, the one that observes the sky, whatever that is, right? You know what I mean, right? So parang nakakita sila ng isang sight, they sighted something like a pattern in the sky. What is this? Blah blah, and then they put it up in a site, ito pa yung mga forum nung araw. But ngayon hindi na nga, Ang nangyayari kasi before, pag ganyan, may mga kalokohan na lumalabas, like, yan yung signal from heaven na kasi si Cayetano hindi pa nagbabayad ng 10,000 pesos. May mga ganong kalokohan Pero now, it's no longer like that kasi merong certain groups na Okay? But before, yung sinasabi ko sa yung kwento is that ang nangyari ay nakita nga silang, like a pattern in the sky. And so they took a picture. Hindi naman took a picture dahil may picture na nga. They forwarded it to that site, no? And then these people, young people from university, ang ginawa nila is they went out for dinner. It's about 7 or 8 p.m. In their country. So they just went out for dinner and said, put up lang natin dyan. I'm sure we will have a response maybe about 6-7 months ahead, right? Pamami after 6 months, 7 months, may mga magre-reply na. And then when they came back, lo and behold, they found hundreds, literally hundreds of responses already in a matter of an hour. So what they realized that, shit, ang dami pa lang marami na nag-view sa sky. And not only that, you are actually just among many, diba? So are you going to dismiss that simply because they're not scientists? In fact, just redefine what science is. And ang nangyari kasi doon, ang forward of the story is that they created that site, they established that, and so now their membership is about 5,000 all over the world. Imagine that, the number of telescopes, powerful, they're not just simple telescopes, and this is not ordinary people, university professors, may mga observatory yan all over the US, Europe, and all that, and they're now observing the skies, and that's wiki, that's wiki for you. It's not just parang a small article that you can edit. Hindi ganun It's not anymore like that. It's the name of the game is collaboration. We are collaborating, and I've mentioned something about, we call that information swarm, NBA 2K nga Ako, ever since I played NBA 2K, I'm always after yung mga cheat code, mga hack on how do you do this, blah blah, meron ba tayong dyan, meron ba tayong cheat table dyan, whatever, diba? So parang you're part of that whole mod thing, yung MOD, the one that mods the game, and you're enjoying it with your virtual friends. And you could even say, put it in one forum, you will say, oh, why is it that when I use this comes out? I put the picture and then say, hey, how come I have the same problem as InstaGeorge? They would even quote you and all that. So, it's not like as before. Ang idea is more of, hindi copyright to, amin lang to, ganyan, whatever. No, of course, it's still best for you to stay in sites where in an academic journal, what do you call this, peer reviewed and all that. But then, if you look at it, how do you know what kind of review you're getting, right? I mean, how many people are going to review your paper? And how do you know that he is serious about reviewing your paper? Whereas in a wiki site, and I'm not saying that journals are lesser than wikis. I'm not saying that, you have to understand that, my perspective is like we are already in a, the generation that we are in is a generation of collaboration, of sharing. Okay, so if you miss out on that, if you're going to miss out on that, then you're missing out on a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. Of course, when you like parang argue from the side naman na hindi pa din, wiki, ano yan, bakit ko na mag-asa? Sabi ko, ang wiki, meron sa babayan na reference, okay? And true, totoo naman, no? Pwede kang gumawa ng article na maraming di totoo. Excuse me. Okay, maraming di totoo. But ako mismo, I used to be an editor in Wikipedia. I was active for a while, and then Wikipedia founders, wrote to me and said, "Oh, can you be an?" Of course, wala namang bayad yan, right? Kasi nga, it's more of collaboration, diba? And what happens pala if you're part of those? Nakikita mo sa site mo the things that are edited, okay? And then the articles na hindi pa nare-review. Okay? So, they come out and say, pag nagwas, okay, ito na-edit, whatever. So, parang, ikaw mismo, you can give your views, and then somebody reviews na mas mataas sa amin lahat. Contributors ka. And so, as I said, this could be, sabi ko, you may look down on that idea now. I don't know how is it going on, in the world. But sooner or later, it's going to be what's going on in the even in the academy. DIY na tayo ngayon, di ba? So when you say DIY, di groups now, di ba? Ganyan, tinan mo ang idea ng Bitcoin. We don't disrespect the status quo. The status quo is that, okay, so the banks are the ones that dictate how much we withdraw. Okay, we transfer this much and then we charge you interest. Okay, that's not going to work for us anymore. So we have a group of people, let's create a cryptocurrency. Okay, and then we agree on the value. Okay, there is a parallel value first of all, and it gets traded and all that. Now that's the wave of the future. Even banks now are struggling against that, and now we have NFTs, we have money that's circulating that's not like GCash, PayMa and all that. So in China, the payment scheme, fintech na, financial technology na, their payment scheme that they're doing through their phones are even defeating, the transactions are defeating the GDP of China as a whole. Imagine that, there's the exchange of money is even greater than the GDP of China itself. So, para sa akin, when you see technologies like that, maybe at the beginning, you might say, oh, yeah, maybe it's, scream at the idea, it doesn't work, right? But then, keep your mind open because who knows, maybe you'll be the, ikaw magiging kontrabida sa future. Like, everybody is already doing it, and then you're saying, talaga, you're coding, that's not going to be, di ba, ano yun, di ba, something like that. So, parang, ikaw tuloy ang hindi updated, di ba? Parang, alam niyo ba, like for example, there was a time before when pag sabi niya, oh, you should not communicate with them, kailangan email. Una muna, di ba, dati email nga, they don't like to communicate in email, kailangan daw face to face, whatever. And then when all email is okay, wag daw magko-communicate through Facebook kasi social media daw yan, whatever. But then the Australian government in sometime in 2010 or 2012, I guess, had a ruling that if you get messaged by the Australian courts in your socials, Facebook ang first na sinabi, but now I'm sure Twitter is also part of that. Do you know that if you ignore that, you don't appear in the court hearing and all that, you can be cited for contempt and you can be actually detained. Pwede mag-issue ng warrant of arrest sa'yo because you ignored the summons of the court. That is an official summon. Okay? So pag pinadala sa'yo sa Facebook, sabi mo, hindi ko na nakita, hindi ko nag-open. Whatever it is. Once na yan ay na-register sa'yo, no? And then nakikitang ginagamit mo. Kaya nga sa amin, in schools, you cannot anymore say, ay, hindi ko nakita po eh. Paano hindi nakita eh? Nagso-story ka pa nga dyan. Kasi po, nasa message request, hindi na yun po pwede. In fact, the Australian government, as I said, issued a ruling that says that if you get summoned through the socials, then that's an official summon. You cannot ignore that. Okay? So, yeah, ang sa akin, the lesson about, this topic is about keeping your mind open. Keeping your minds open, okay? Because there are a lot of things that are going on in the world today na dati hindi pwede, maaring, score bad idea, paano, bakit ganun, whatever. But things change. You have to change with the times, or else you'll be like the old granny or the old grandmother or grandfather na you get stuck in the past. Pero, how can you be, ang akin natatawa nga ako because that person, of course, baka naman he's just saying, baka naman he's just saying a fact that he thinks is true. Okay? So, but ang point ko lang is that you're in your 20s, I'm in my 50s, I'm supposed to be the kontrabida. I'm supposed to be the one who gets stuck in the past because I would say, oh, the past is better, blah blah, you're not supposed to do that. I hate what the young people today are doing. Parang ako yung ako pa yung naniniwala sa generation ito because I believe really in what we are trying to do now. And we may not agree with the things that's happening now, but we have to find a way. We will find a way in order to make it happen. Like before, nung ang horse daw, alam niyo ba yun, yung di ba, we get from one place to another through the horse, di ba? And what did they say? Sabi niya, nung nagkaroon na ng cars, kawawa naman yung mga nag-alaga ng kabayo, nag-stable, may mga stables and all that. What would happen to them? Paano yung nag-aalaga niyan? Whatever, ganyan. Tapos ang cars nakaka-destroy ng environment, whatever. So what happened? 100 years after, how many horses bring people around? That's what I'm saying, electricity. Baka makuryente ka, ganyan, blah blah. Dalawin na lang natin yung gas kasi natural whatever. 100 years after, wala, may ibang tao ba na ayaw ng kuryente? Meron siguro yung mga Amish community, but they're just a few people of them. There's just a few of them, and the rest of the world would move forward. So parang ganun. That's what I'm actually saying. Instead of getting stuck in the past, and dapat tingnan mo yung current. What's happening today. So yun, parang ganun being open, ganun, and wag kang mag-stuck sa past kasi baka hindi mo alam yung mga bagay na dati hindi pwede, pwede na pala ngayon. Oo, di ba? Kaya mag-research. Then nakakatawa pa, yung subject na yun ay research, parang siguro nga dapat ang mindset ng research is do not assume anything. Do not assume anything and make sure or be certain about stuff that you would say because it might turn around to haunt you in the future. Kaya ako, pansinin mo, hindi ako nagsasalita ng talagang tapos. Because yes, currently that's what's going on, pero in the future, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, diba, in the future? So it's better for you to keep an open mind and be excited that the world is developing, the world is moving forward and very fast. People might squirm at the idea, but it's not just you, it's not just them actually moving forward, it's the whole humanity moving forward, and you're part of it. Kung sasabihin mo, no, you need to verify everything, who among you saw that 2 hydrogen molecule and 1 oxygen molecule is water? I have to verify it by myself. Diba? Hindi naman, diba? Or, diba? Hindi ko naman nakikita yung Pluto. I don't even know if it's true. Maybe it's fake news. What about the country called Fiji or Uzbekistan? Who knows if the things that are showing on TV are not correct? Diba? Parang pag ganun idea mo, ano ka? What's going on, man? I mean, if you're going to doubt everything, then how can you live? You have to trust. So, and in so doing, when the humanity moves forward, you move forward with them, with us, no matter if you like it, no matter if you agree with it or not, you have to move forward. It's not majority rules. It's not like that. I'm just saying that you have to move forward with humanity and accept things because you're disagreeing or you're agreeing doesn't change the fact that people have to move forward. And we move forward not as individual peoples, but as humanity.